Hi dear students, today we are going to learn the prose lesson from your 8th standard English book, Unit 1, Prose Nose Jewel, written by C. Rajagopalachari. Let's learn about the author. His full name is Chakravarti Rajagopalachari. He was closely or friendly called as Rajaji. He was born on 10th December 1878 at Thorapalli village in Osur Taluk, Krishnagiri district, Tamil Nadu. He was an Indian politician, lawyer, writer, historian and statesman. He was the first Indian-born Governor General. He was one of the first recipients of India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. He wrote an abridged retelling of the Mahabharata in 1951, Ramayana in the year 1957. He also translated Kambar's Tamil Ramayana and Tirukkural in English. In 1958, he established Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. He also wrote many books in his mother tongue Tamil and in English. And he died in the year 1972. Dear students, let's first learn meanings according to this lesson to help our learning easier. Nice, pleasant, quarrel, fight, self-centered, egocentric, selfish or preoccupied with oneself. Disdain, scorn, a feeling of contempt for someone regarded as unworthy or inferior. Concern, relate to. Muck heap, a pile of cow dung or soil or refuse. Grub, food. Noticed, seen. Delight, pleasure. Angrily, furiously. Disgrace, shame. Ignorant, unaware or unknowledgeable. Consoled, comforted. Rage, anger. Whispering, murmuring or speaking softly. Suspected, doubted. Flutter, to beat one's heart rapidly or irregularly. Confined, restricted. Scared, afraid or frightened. Indeed, in fact or really. Panic, fear. Cruel, heartless, merciless or brutal. Tempted, persuaded. Gravely, seriously. Greedy, having an excessive desire for wealth or power. Let's get started with a quote of M.K. Gandhi. The soul of India lives in its villages. Children, I think you would have watched villages in movies or in Google, their lifestyle, culture, qualities and festivals. Let me brief it in just few words. There are actually different types of villages in India. Villages are classified on the basis of structure, residence, organization and land ownership. According to 2011 census, 68.84% of Indians live in villages and there are 15,979 villages in Tamil Nadu alone. Villages are peaceful, calm, quiet and full of greenery with fresh fruits, vegetables, pure water and fresh air. The villagers are free from the hustle and bustle of a city life. They have everything for the minimum requirements of life. Moreover, villagers are just satisfied with the necessities of their living. They usually hold various festivals and fairs where they represent the wealth of our culture and preserve our national customs and traditions. The beauties of villages are described by the way villagers live happily in the small huts or a home made by clay or mud. Our prose lesson is situated in one such lively village. A couple named Mr. and Mrs. Ramaya lived in a nice or pleasant tiled roof house. Children, let's now read little more about roofs of the houses in villages. Years back, the house roofs were built with dry vegetation like straw, waterweed, sedge, sugarcane leaves, rushes, heather, combed rice reed or palm branches, and sometimes tiled houses too. These roofs keep the house cool in summer and warm in winter. They say that the lifespan of these straw, wheat and water reed roofs are about 30 years with proper maintenance. Our main character, Ramaya, lived in a nice tiled roof house with his wife. Ramaya was neither rich nor poor. He was able to take care of his family well. But his wife used to quarrel with him or fight with him often or always because she was unhappy, not satisfied with the wealth that they had. She always wanted more and more than their ability. Two sparrows built a nest on the roof of Ramaya's house. Children, I think you must have seen sparrows around your habitats or probably heard their voice at your windows because sparrows prefer to live close to human settlements. Scientists say that there are about 140 sparrow species worldwide. Sparrows are very social birds. They live in flocks and fly together. They are efficient in constructing their nest in trees, shrubs and man-made structures with grass, twigs and small plants. They can fly fast and swim quickly to escape. Sparrows are omnivorous, feeding on seeds, fruits and insects. They are brightly colored birds with grey heads, white cheeks, a black bib and rufous neck. Sparrows feed their chicks only with worms until they grow. They hop mostly than walking. Children, sparrows are a symbol of protection and joy, but we are not able to see many sparrows nowadays like in those days. They are endangered and on the verge of extinction due to various reasons like chemical fertilizers and pesticides, etc. It's really very sad to know. Let's go back to our lesson. On the roof of Ramaya's house, a pair of sparrows built a nest, and the female sparrow laid eggs in it and guarded. One day, the male sparrow expressed his desire to help Ramaya as the male bird noticed Ramaya's wife always kept fighting with him. But the female bird advised the male bird not to bother about others and to mind their own business, which is concerned with their nest and the young ones. Young ones means chicks. The male bird decided to help this poor Ramaya from the miserable condition of quarreling by his wife every time. Like other animals, in spite of female bird's advice, it has decided to help him. One day, the male sparrow found a diamond nose jewel in a muck heap. That means near the houses, mostly in villages, people used to gather a pile of cow dung or waste or refuse from plants and animals for decomposing, and later they use that as natural fertilizer or manure for growing crops. So, from there, from a makhi, the male sparrow picked up a shining diamond-nosed jewel. The male bird flew back to its nest with a shining bright stud in his beak and showed it to his wife bird. But the wife bird shouted at him because it was of no use neither to her nor to her chicks. She asked the male bird to go and search for food for their young ones. Then the male sparrow dropped the diamond stud on the floor and went out in search of little worms for their chicks. Ramaya's wife noticed the nose jewel as she was sweeping the place. She picked it with delight or happiness and wore it. But Ramaya, seeing this nose stud, shouted at his wife and advised her that they should hand over the jewel to the village magistrate. Village magistrate means the headman of the village or the village panchayat leader. And he also said that it would be very shameful for them if the police come and search their house. But his wife didn't want to give it up. Actually, the nose stud belonged to their neighbor, Meenakshi Ammal's daughter. By mistake, the girl left it in the bathroom and their servant woman Kupai would have swept it out without noticing. The girl was crying non-stop. Her mother, Meenakshi Ammal, consoled or comforted her, saying that not to inform about the lost diamond stud to her father, Ramanathan, because he would become very raged, that means very angry. They have decided among themselves between Meenakshi Ammal and her daughter to search for the stud. But as they were searching and talking personally or whispering or murmuring, the news came to the notice of Ramanathan, her father. Soon the whole village came to know about the loss of diamond nose jewel. Then they all suspected or doubted the servant maid Kupai. The police came and searched in Kupai's hut for the nose jewel, but they couldn't find it in her hut. Seeing or knowing this search event in the neighbor's house, Ramaya's wife put the stud away in her box. Soon she got a severe fever and was confined or restricted to her bed. Looking at all these incidents, the two sparrows had a conversation. The female bird said that it was nice fun, but she took pity on the poor woman, Ramaya's wife, to be in a panic or fear and having fever. The female bird blamed the male bird for dropping the stud and tempting her to wear it and to put her in all these miserable conditions. But the male bird refused seriously or sternly, saying that this is bound to happen when humans are being greedy. Hence, Ramaya and his wife spent rest of their lifetime in fear of being caught and felt very guilty. So, dear children, what do we understand from this lesson? We should never be greedy and own what belongs to others. As children, we need to learn and practice the values like being honest, truthful, positive, faithful, caring others, and obedience. Dear students, in this lesson, it was not only the greediness of Ramaya's wife brought her to this fearful situation, but also the basic life values that she missed to keep up. For example, number 1, if she had obeyed her husband's words and handed over the nose stud to the village magistrate, she could have avoided this miserable situation. Number 2, if she had care and empathy for others, she wouldn't have kept the stud with herself. Number 3, it was her want for wealth, discontentment, failing to understand others' feelings, greedy and self-centered behavior brought the painful, scared and frightful days in her life. So, dear children, let us learn a lesson from their life, not to be greedy and keep up our values in life. The values that we learn and keep up today as children will be there with us till the end of our life. Okay, dears? Study well. Happy learning. Thank you.